floodwaters just barely able to push through. And we're not done yet with the rain.
Fox Weather's Haley Meyer. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well. It is a Monday. Good morning. I am Rayford Brown. Hold on. You move places. You're sitting in the right chair. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm Lee Barrows.
And Kelly is not here, and I thought you were still sitting in the other chair, so I potted you up. Then I said, "No, she's in the right chair."
I'm kind of like in between chairs.
Yeah, she's bouncing around all over the place. Well,
that's me. I'm a bouncer.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Busy
How was your weekend?
Oh, mine was quiet.
Mine was great.
I got both of my hairs cut.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It looks very nice.
You mean it's shaved?
Yes.
They
plucked those few hairs for you.
I went in. I went in, and she said, it's been a while. I said, yeah. And how can you tell? Well, you got hair down around your knees, and it was coming all the way down. It was kind of ugly, and it itches, and I hate to go. I've always hated to have to go get a haircut. It's just one of those things, just a me thing.
I don't do that very often.
So, well, you can get away with it. Your hair grows of 2 inches. You're good to go.
My hair grows fast. I cut 4 inches off of it last month, and it's already grown back 2. So.
Yeah, I think we got a visitor or two coming in.
Yes.
And, one is a granddaughter, and granddaughter has disappeared from sight. So I don't know where she went. But anyway, I heard of another doggy. Here comes one, maybe two. Open the door. You got it. You can let them all in. It's all right.
Might as well. There's one. Where's the other one?
He ran away.
He went back inside.
Lucy's here. Shockwave will be back. No doubt about it. About time
Bye, Allie.
Phone comes out.
No, you can shut it. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Uh-oh. Somebody's been already there. I don't know what's going on. Who told me? Nobody's told me anything. Anyway, well, you've been sweetened up for the day?
Yes, I have. I just had some homegrown pineapple. It was so good. And you've got me doing that now, growing pineapple at the house. It's so easy to do.
Well, yes, it's a time-consuming project, and it takes a while. And they'll grow, they'll come on. The little ones come up, and they get bigger, and they slowly get bigger. And we're working on trying to make them full size, not like the miniatures. But this one is the sweetest one we've had yet.
Oh, it was very sweet. It was very good. It was sweeter than what you actually get in a grocery store.
Oh, absolutely. So. Well, that stuff is green when they pick it, and of course it has to be because it's shipped in from yonder.
I've got 2 pineapple plants growing right now, and I found the easiest way to water them is to put them on a dish and put water in the dish and let it come up from the bottom. That's the easiest way.
Okay, we're going to have to change your style. And after the show, you can go talk with Robbie, and she'll show you the way we did this one, the tops off of this one. And we'll discuss that for the future.
Well, good.
Anyway,
Good.
I've been doing it all wrong for all these years, but whatever.
Well, the first one that I tried, I was watering it, from the top, and it eventually died. So I started watering it from the bottom, and they're growing strong. But I'll definitely talk to her because she's the expert.
You don't water over water.
You're licking me.
But anyway, you're talking to Lucy now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the dog. Yes. Yeah. Come up on my side and started licking me, and I was like,
okay, we got no hurricane impacting us whatsoever. It's pretty well gone. Some of the seas out there still be a little choppy today in the aftermath of Hurricane Ernesto. It's moved up way, it hit Bermuda pretty much straight on. When you hit an island in the middle of the ocean, a hurricane can be devastating. And then it dropped in strength a little bit, and then it's gaining strength again. I'm like, what? Yeah,
it hit those waters once it passed Bermuda. So.
Yeah, it did, but it's headed for the North Atlantic. The path of it, I've got it. If you want to check our Facebook page, you can see the projected path this morning. But it's back up to 85 mile per hour sustained winds now. It was down to 75 last night. So
Yeah,
we'll have to
I
wait and
was
see.
I haven't really followed that one as much. I just read what you post
Mhm.
and get the latest update.
It's a weird one.
And yeah,
It's
it's
just totally
been
weird.
around for a while now.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. But right now,
Nothing.
by Wednesday, it will be a post-tropical storm out there closer to the British Isles than to North America. How's that sound to you?
I'll take it.
And it looks like that's where it might be headed.
I'll take it.
Whether it will gain strength or not, the waters are cold. I doubt it, but it could be just a sloppy mess for them. It happens.
Well, right here on the East Coast now, we are starting our peak season. We are right at the beginning
We'll
of
be
it.
talking about that as the week goes by, no doubt about it. Tragedy at Surf City, Saturday afternoon.
Horrible.
Seas were high, as everybody said they were going to be. A Hampstead man drowned while swimming at Surf City. The emergency personnel attempted life-saving efforts on 41-year-old Sean A. Davis. He did not respond and pronounced dead.
Horrible.
Heavy surf conditions forecast due to Hurricane Ernesto offshore at that time. It was basically straight off our coast, several hundred miles, but warnings had been posted
Red
about rough
flags.
surf, and also those warnings are still out there today. We've still
Yes,
got
today.
rough surface potential, likely rip currents. So y'all just don't,
Right,
just
right.
don't.
Well, I know I read an article yesterday afternoon. Now, I don't know if they had updated it for yesterday afternoon. 1 death and 29 rescues. That was just on the western end of the county, Surf City,
Oh yeah,
North Topsail,
Yeah,
that
well-
area right there. But there's red flags up.
there are, and everybody's told you about the warnings.
That's right.
So we'll keep telling
Please heed to them.
you. I don't like to come back to work on a Monday after we warn you on Friday. Don't, and you do, and then we have to read your name.
Right, right.
It's
It's sad.
it's awful. It is sad. It is sad. And families that you leave behind, and friends, and everything else. I mean, how are they going to celebrate this day next year?
Exactly.
And in
Will
the
they ever
future?
go back to the beach again?
I don't know. They lived at Hampstead, so you're right there.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes even police background checks don't catch everything. We know that. When men and women apply for law enforcement jobs, you can rest assured their backgrounds are checked thoroughly. Unfortunately, some applicants slip through. Not any fault of the police doing the background checks either. Take the case of an officer, John Carl, with the Pine Tops Police Department. He was hired a year ago after completing basic law enforcement training. He never mentioned, not nary a word, about going to Washington, D.C. back on January
Yeah,
January 6th, December 2021. I'll get it out in a minute. No, I was actually, 2021. Yep. That date, the 6th of January, you remember it well, failed to tell anyone at the police department when he was going through interviews that he entered the Capitol when he and others were ordered to disperse. Failed to disclose that. He went into a U.S. Senator's office too, had a physical confrontation with a police officer that he said nothing about before he signed up to be a police officer. Interesting and disturbing to know that Carl, in the weeks after the January 6th riots, submitted to a voluntary interview with federal agents and admitted his part of the riots. He's pictured in numerous photos from that day, including photographs showing him in a confrontation with the police officer trying to grab the man's baton.
Oh,
He never mentioned any of this while he was being interviewed for the job as a Pine Tops police officer here in North Carolina. Well, Officer Carl has now been arrested by the FBI on a slew of charges relating to January 6th, and he's on suspension from the Pine Tops Police Department pending a complete investigation and likely the outcome of his federal case.
let's
He
just
may
say,
as well resign.
let's just say he's on leave right now pending firing.
Well, his best case scenario, his
Is to
lawyer should
resign,
tell him,
right.
will be to quit.
Right.
Makes you wonder if any of those folks that you recall attending that rally have a visit from a federal agent in their near future. Y'all know somebody. I guarantee you, somebody out there, a bunch of y'all know people from this area that went there.
Right.
I know,
I know
I
quite
know
a-
a couple that was planning to go but did not.
Well, I wanted no part of it, but I
Uh-uh.
know a lot of people that did go, and they weren't actually part of the storming of the Capitol, but they were there for the rallies.
Interesting that the federal investigators have asked banks to comb their records for
Bank of
customers
America.
who used credit cards during the
Mhm.
January rally that got out of control with any number of people swarming the Capitol and illegally entering the building. Some of the word filters being used to search their phrases include MAGA and Trump. How about that? Feds are also suggesting the banks check charges at Dick's Sporting Goods, Bass Pro Shops, and Cabela's, and some other businesses
Right.
similar in nature. I don't have a clue why. If you were at the
Hmm.
Capitol on January 6th, you
Hmm.
might want to let know, just in case there's that knock on your door when you least expect it. No telling.
Well, I know one lady. She works with the Board of Education in another county where
Mhm.
she's a board member. She went, her and her husband, but they went just to the rally. They didn't take part in any of that other mess. And in fact, they had already left when that started.
Did they spend any money at a motel
I'm sure they did.
or at a restaurant with a credit
I'm
card?
sure they did. But there was
It doesn't matter. They're going to get called. It's a good
right.
possibility they'll get called.
There was people of the opposing party there in that county. It's in Lee County, and that were running for Board of Education and tried to make a big deal out of her attending that rally and was calling for her resignation.
Mhm.
So even though she wasn't a part of it, but yeah, it was a real mess for her but she did not resign. She did not step down, and she's still going strong on Board of Education there.
Just being there was not illegal.
Right. But there's people that,
Attending the
because you were
rally,
there.
even the march in that direction was not illegal unless you actually entered the Capitol or tried
Right.
to enter the Capitol or had a confrontation with law enforcement trying
Right.
to
Well,
enter the
that's a whole
Capitol,
different thing.
sneaked in through a different door, like they say soon to be a former officer Carl did. He went in through a back door.
Right.
Also entered a senator's office.
Yep.
That'll
That's
do
what-
you.
That'll do you in right there. And
And but
he
but
deserves what he
even
gets,
if
in my
you were
opinion.
there is probable cause to call you and say, "Listen up, we need to chat."
Sure. Yep.
And if nothing else, for investigative purposes, they want you to assist them in gathering information about what went on at that rally and who, if anyone, was instigating this march on the Capitol and the march into the Capitol and the breaking and entering the Capitol. That's what they're going to want to know. And they have a reason that they can do that.
With his actions on that day where he illegally entered into areas he shouldn't have been in, wonder what kind of police officer he makes.
Well, that's what you would want to know. And his neighbors were surprised that this happened. And they say he's a nice guy. He's been there about a year and a half.
Bad decision can ruin you for a long time.
Forever.
That's right.
So we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. His confrontation with the police officers will get him fired if he doesn't resign. That's what my prediction is.
Yes, I think he's better off
Confronting-
to go ahead and resign.
Confrontation with another police officer, whew, man, trying to grab the guy's baton, and it's
Oh,
on
no.
camera. They got
Mm-mm.
pictures of it.
Well,
Hey, you.
done
wow.
deal as far as I'm concerned. Done deal.
Another half-wit with a gun down in Texas early Saturday morning. About 4:30 in the morning, one or more people drove by the gate at the Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, opened fire from their moving sedan. None of the security officers were hurt. The security detail at the gate did return fire. It's not known if anyone was hit in the car. The main gate was shut down for a number of hours as an investigation took place. Motorists going aboard the base were redirected to another entrance on Saturday. The shooters made no effort to enter the installation. And guys are standing there with M16s, probably didn't want to deal with that. No motive has been suggested for the shooting. I'll suggest that it's a pretty stupid idea, regardless of your reasons, including late night partying, 4:30 in the morning, to shoot at heavily armed guards at a military base gate.
How stupid is that?
The
How
results,
stupid.
the results could prove to be more than you bargained for. So,
You bring the wrath of the military down on you. How stupid
well, you got the
is
whole
that?
military. Now you got the FBI. Now,
Yes.
you've got everybody. San Antonio police are involved in it. It happened, they
Right.
responded too.
Well, that's just like if they happened outside our main gate here. It would be JPD.
Oh, everybody will respond.
Yeah, of course, everybody would be there.
The
God,
Marines
how
probably drop a helicopter on you.
Stupid. I mean, that ranks right up there with breaking into the Capitol.
Yeah, I really don't understand.
I don't understand people. I really don't.
Okay, coming up this morning, 7:30, got a special guest in the studio.
Yeah, one of our commissioners
One
is
county
coming in.
commissioner coming in, and he's got a lot to talk about county commission business too.
Yes, just
And-
got back from a conference in the mountains.
Yeah, he was all alone there, right? I mean, from Oslo County.
believe so.
We'll find
I
out.
think he was the only one, but
And
I
then-
can't say for sure.
I bet it was cooler there.
Yes,
Uh,
nice.
Maybe he brought some of this chilly air back.
If I can get a hold of my granddaughter, I want to ask her
it's
how it
80
is up
degrees.
there in the mountains.
No, it's 69 degrees
degrees.
outside.
Yes, when I woke up this morning, it was just at 67.
Did you
But
do any
humid.
exploring from our new monitor to see if I can change the colors on the background to make them more pronounced?
No, I have not.
There's
And I
gotta be a
know it's
way.
got to be under settings. You'll have to get your book out because mine's just.
book?
Yeah, there's
I
a
mean, I
comes
got to
with a-
read something?
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah, I started reading mine and I was like, it was really no help at all. But
Today's weather tip, courtesy of John Stars Electric. We'll talk about advanced planning today, this week. In fact, experts and those who have experienced severe weather agree that is the best way to survive with as little damage as possible. That best way to do that is to be prepared, kind of like the Boy Scouts motto. First thing to know is that different types of weather events have certain things in common, and that will make a general plan of action just a bit easier. There are differences, of course, but we need to be ready to act with little to no notice in some cases, while other events give us longer lead times. But there are some things that we need to do every year, some of it being routine maintenance around the household, y'all. Loose siding. You know how siding can, if you've got a house with siding on it,
yes,
can work itself loose from time to time. You'll
Oh,
find
yes.
a nail sticking out that, oh, wait, that thing's popped up. A little bit of wind, a lot of wind gets behind that, it becomes a missile. Loose siding can become flying debris in high winds. It's a fact. Make sure all loose boards are well secured before the storm season
point.
arrives. Help your neighbors. Yeah. Y'all can have a neighborhood party tidying up your own yard
Oh, we do
and their
that.
yards.
Right.
Removing dead tree limbs and vegetation provides less fuel for a wildfire and reduces the chance of damage during a storm from all of that flying debris. Know what your insurance policies cover. Oh yeah, find
That's
that out in
important.
advance, and what they don't. Get your insurance agent, whoever your guy is, put that number down in big letters at the top of your insurance papers so you'll know who to call as soon as the wind stops blowing.
Yes.
Remember, you can't make policy in the middle of a disaster. You cannot change upgrade your policy when that storm has been named, period. A roof inspection can help you spot any issues in advance, such as broken shingles, cracked caulk, rust spots, or decay on your roof.
That's
Got it?
important.
Loose shingles can be pretty interesting. If you go along and you just kind of flap them, they're supposed to be stuck down. If they
Right.
start flapping up, imagine what's going to happen in a windstorm.
That's right.
They flap up more, break off, and then you've got a leak. If you can save 3 to 6 months of income over a period of time, I'm sure it's not going to save the next 6 months of your income right away. It can be invaluable during a natural disaster. Consider keeping some cash on hand in case of an emergency When the power is out, so are ATM machines and the banks are closed.
That's right.
During your long range planning, putting some money towards major projects is a smart move. For instance, given that every one of us depends heavily on a supply of electricity, a Generac standby generator will be a great investment for you. John Stars Electric is the company you can count on when you're ready to bite the bullet. Make the call, and the John Stars team will get the ball rolling. The team has the entire project, including permitting, inspections, handling arrangements with your power company, and working with your choice of propane suppliers. They do it all. It's worry-free and turnkey. 910-989-1908, 910-981-1908. Give them a call this morning. They're standing by.
WSME.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Feeling trapped with that old phone? Don't. Getting a new phone is easy. Come into Verizon and get one of our best phones on us with Select Unlimited Ultimate Plan and get a plan that helps you save by only paying for what you need. Act now and get a brand new phone at your Verizon store today. $999.99 device payable retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate Plan required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Trading conditions apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the summer, Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville can handle the job, large or small. Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulahville. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina. And thanks to all our military families and all that serve.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Hey, the Marincast is a feature of Community Prevention Services. Some say that there is a good stress and there's bad stress out there. Yes and no. How we can handle stress, how we cope is what the difference between good and bad stress is all about. In some cases, excitement for athletes, fishermen, even politicians can be good if in moderation and under control situations. When stress levels reach a point that it overwhelms your daily life, when it interrupts your sleep, creates problems with your job, your family, even your friends, that's a sign that something needs to be done. You may not immediately realize what impact stress is having on your life and especially on your health. It's good when a sudden stress kicks in a fight or flight situation. Yep, you need to run. And it's why when you're in a stressful situation, you may notice that your heartbeat speeds up, your breathing gets faster, your muscles tense up, and you start to sweat. That's short term. But if your stress system stays activated over a long period of time, it can lead to or aggravate more serious health problems. The constant rush of stress hormones can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, causing it to age more quickly and making it more prone to illness. This is when you need to seek the services of professionals. You're lucky in this area. You can reach out to the professionals at Community Prevention Service. Locally owned and operated, no travels needed to travel anywhere else. To have counselors who really want to help you, call for an appointment. Those counselors are right here at Community Prevention Service, 910-353-0972. Small craft advisories in effect through Monday evening through tonight. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet, except 3 to 4 near shore. 4-foot waves from the southwest every 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 4. Sounds and rivers of light chop. Wednesday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 2 to 4, except 2 feet near shore. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop.
And today,
yes,
a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high near 91 with a west wind 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tonight, there is a possibility of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 8 p.m., partly cloudy with a low around 68. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 86. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low around 63, Rayford. And Wednesday, sunny with a high near 85.
I've got some coats out there and some blankets.
It's a slow down the growing of the grass. I'm happy. I am so happy. Yeah, nice weather, kind of a little bit of fall this week.
Don't get used to it.
But don't get used to it.
Yeah, and also keep in mind we're less than a month away from the peak hurricane season,
That's
of the
right.
hurricane season
That's
here
right.
in eastern North Carolina. So
Exactly.
I think the exact date is about the 12th of September.
Well, yesterday, the only time I went outside was to take trash out because Monday's trash day in my hood. But man, when I walked out the door, it was like walking into the gates of hell. It was so hot and humid after having the cool evenings and the cool days
Yeah.
prior. I was like, what happened yesterday?
Did I even walk outside yesterday?
You would have remembered.
I don't
You
think I
would
did
have
yesterday.
remembered.
I was a
I
couch
think I'm
potato.
kicking Royce.
And
Sorry.
I got to watch the final episodes
Did you?
of I binge watched
Designated Survivor?
Designated Survivor.
Isn't that good?
It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary as to what could actually happen.
Yeah,
but
and what kind of impact the transformation of a guy who was chosen by default, no
Right.
fault of his own, but he was the last man standing basically.
yes,
And he became president with no experience in any political arena, which was tough enough, but probably could be very rewarding at times.
right.
But then he had to become a politician.
Yeah, very first
And-
episode was telling.
And then he got to be. Y'all haven't seen it. It's available for downloading. You can take a look at it. There are 3
very good.
seasons. The first 2 seasons have got 21, 22 episodes each. The last season has 10. Didn't leave. I lost a couple. I lost one hero in it, personally. I'm not going to tell you who it was, but I liked her.
Trying to
I
remember
liked
which
her.
one it
And
was.
she was from the very get-go.
Oh,
She was a non-conforming law enforcement type, which
Yes, I know who you're talking
one of
about
those
now. I
people
remember.
that's kind of like you got to get things done regardless.
Wasn't she Secret Service or
Dare-
FBI?
Dirty Harry was one of my heroes. He got things done when nobody else would do them, without shooting people. But they were convinced he would. Okay, now it's 7:30,
Now it's 7:30.
almost 7:29.
You're
So,
up.
We're coming up here, and we got a gentleman. You can't. Sometimes I know everybody who's elected to office is labeled as a politician. Some people, once they get into office, politically motivated in the way they do things. That political motivation is something that is for themselves as much as it is, if not more so than it is for the people out here. Royce is not one of those. Royce Bennett, I've known him for a number of years now, and he seems to, he's a working stiff, number one. So we like that.
He's on so many
he's got,
committees.
well, he's in committees, but he's also got, he has to maintain a business to survive.
Right,
So he
right.
does that.
I don't know how he
very
does
well.
it. I don't
And
know.
wears a couple of extra hats on top of that. But, somebody like that, you got to have respect for. He's able to do a lot of juggling and still come out on top.
So Rayford, so he handed me this brochure that was from the 117th NCACC annual conference, and it was August 8th through the 10th, 3 days. So
I was
I
at the
reckon
first one.
this is enough proof to show that he actually went to it.
That's the agenda, and I want you to see how much information is packed into 3 days.
Crazy.
And it was Winston-Salem, not the mountains, so it was hot.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So you didn't make it to the mountains, huh?
But I'm telling you, I took the Winston-Salem
Did
for you.
Good, thank you.
So
did you
yeah.
win? You didn't get bloody, did you?
Winston-Salem had a nasty weather on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, they
That
were.
storm. Okay, good.
Yeah, Debbie.
That wasn't here.
Debbie, yeah.
We had
So-
some rain, and then we had some more rain.
And then we had
a
some
lot
rain.
of rain.
And then we had rain.
But we didn't have any wind, and we didn't have anything overly nasty. Some lightning strikes here and there, but I know the fire department responded to a few places, and had some high water. Nothing that we couldn't deal with. Nothing like Florence. Just put it that
Yeah.
way.
You went to every one of these classes?
No. There's no way I could go to all of them. A lot of them are
Some of them at the same time,
concurrent.
right?
Yeah, they're concurrent. So, you talk about. I was the only one there because of the storm mainly.
Right.
But I've never been. I've been to them every year since I was elected, and except 2020, I guess we didn't have one.
COVID.
But I've never gone when I was the only one there from the county, so
Okay.
it was
Alright.
different.
Wow.
The value of having more than one commissioner there is you can get to more of these
Sure.
seminars.
Right.
Every time I've gone with the other commissioners, we've kind of coordinated and made sure that we got to get in as many different informational sessions as we possibly could.
Okay, so you come back here, now you got to talk to the commissioners, or have you already?
I haven't talked to the commissioners. I will talk some tonight and during the commissioner comments about some of the things that I'll probably talk about right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What's your biggest takeaway from this?
my biggest takeaway and my biggest impression was with what they're doing with drones.
I was just reading.
So many counties are using
gonna
these
ask
things.
you.
They are, and
Too bad the Secret Service didn't have them.
Yeah, I know it. And it's amazing what they're doing with them. And I've actually, since I got back, I've met with our county manager, and we've talked about what opportunities are out there for drones, and also I talked to the sheriff last week. They do have drones, but they don't have near the kind of program that is opportunities that are out there. I mean, they're using drones as first responders. They have docks that are set up around different counties, and one deputy that's in the central, office. If they have an event,
he can launch the drone
They can
from
launch from somewhere else. Yes, they
So
put them on
this
top.
is a miniature United States battle warp type situation.
They put them on. They put them on the top of buildings. They have a dock that closes up and charges them. And
Right.
when they set them off, when they launch them, the dock opens up, the drone comes out, and they send it to wherever they need to go.
That's
And
amazing.
they're able to do it in a matter of seconds. And they're there before the deputy gets there. They've got a drone there overhead, giving the deputy insight of what's going on in the area or in the situation. It just sounds like a huge benefit.
Do they send data back, or do they send voice back?
The drones?
Yeah.
They just video.
Just video.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't see any that they said was sending audio. But because they're operating.
There's your audio.
Yeah, there you
phone
go.
has gone crazy.
They're operating, up hundreds of hundreds of feet in the air, or whatever. So they're not getting audio. But I mean, some of them have night vision and infrared.
Sure.
They're using them at fire scenes to find hot spots in fires.
That's pretty smart.
You're talking about the drowning in Surf City. Some places they're using drones to drop life jackets to people who are struggling in the
Seen it,
ocean.
yes.
What an awesome idea. We got 12 miles of beach that one or two drones could, possibly get a life jacket to somebody who's in need.
So we could get a lifeguard. Call it a drone.
That's
With
right.
wings.
I mean, it's a whole lot cheaper than hiring enough people to be out there all the time. And
Probably more effective. But not unless you had it wall to wall lifeguards. Lifeguards are great. But if you're still going to have spotters, somebody to let you know where this is, and
somebody know where
somebody's going to have to direct us. So you're going to have a good pilot.
Yeah, you got to have a pilot. So there's a lot of issues involved. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but they're also using them to drop AEDs to people who are having the heart attack.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't
That's
that
a big
amazing?
drone.
Well, yeah, these things are.
Yeah, it's not the drones that we think about.
Yeah, they're big. They're big drones. I looked at one that Forsyth County's using, and they're pretty amazing what they're doing. The struggles we have getting ambulances all over the county to help people. If they're having a heart attack, we could get an AED to them in 2 or 3 minutes. It's not as good as getting an ambulance there. We'd love to get an ambulance there,
Right.
but I don't know that we'll ever be able to have enough ambulances to have them at every place in Onslow County in 3 or 4 minutes. 4 to 6 minutes is the 4 to 6 minutes is the critical time when you're having a heart attack. So, there's just so many uses out there that we haven't explored yet, and I look forward to exploring some of them and seeing what we can do to help Onslow County.
I know some of the EMS guys are probably going to laugh, but they're probably going to say, that's not a bad idea. They ought to drop a bottle of aspirin with them for if there's a heart attack too. That is one of the first things they tell you.
That's
so
true.
much they could do.
That's true.
So much. That's really interesting. I was watching a television show the other day. I think it was news where they were showing like these land robots that also go on water. That if somebody's out in the water struggling, they're like drones, but they run on the land. They throw them down there and they direct them, and they go right out and they go over the waves and they go right to the person where the person can grab it as life support until they get back
Remember back when, Royce, you probably will, we had things called ducks. They were military vehicles.
The
land
sea
they were kind of like LV, like the land, but not the same thing. They were just ducks. They could travel over land and by water.
Yes.
It was the commercial version of the military.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, those were available. Some military surplus. Myrtle Beach had one for decades. They had one and they used it regularly there, of course.
Duncan had one. Duncan Duck. Remember the one that sat out there at Dunkin' Donuts for years?
I think they had a different type, but I'm not sure.
That one was wild.
But, even things like that, the little portable that you could launch to go out to a single person out there, especially if you had a drone overhead spotting where the situation was.
Yeah, yes. Somebody robs a convenience store and you can follow them with a drone. I mean, what kind of time and money would
Can we
that
put a machine gun on it
save
just in case?
Better not do that. But yeah, that was just a couple of the seminars that I went to, and actually got to go to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and see some of the drones and what they're doing with them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The other thing that's coming that we got to be careful about and figure out how to use is AI.
Fake intelligence, yes.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's also it's the future. We can't stick our head in the sand and think it's not coming, because it is.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Every time you open up your computer these days, you're going to, some of it, if you have any outside programming on it, some of it's going to be AI.
We had one seminar about how you can use it, and one seminar about how you better be careful. Yeah, what the pitfalls are. So
and who does that? Who furnished that software? China? No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You got to be careful for your source.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back on the other side, find out what else Royce Bennett learned while he was in Winston-Salem. Besides, he probably doesn't want to be there. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of man always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
For over 40 years, people have trusted Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, not only for tires and tire service, but also auto and truck repair as well. Being locally owned and operated as your hometown Bridgestone Firestone dealer, at Liberty Tire, dependability and personal service is your number one priority. Being a state-of-the-art facility and using the latest technology, Liberty Tire guarantees all their work. It's simple. If you bought tires without pricing us first, you pay too much. Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, for all your tire needs. Phone 910-346-6655.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers commercial financing and residential financing as low as 0%. With hurricane season here, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Humphrey Heating and Air also does residential and commercial plumbing, air duct cleaning for better breathing, and services all brands of HVAC. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. With locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead, visit online humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. Our guest in the studio, County Commissioner, Onslow County Commissioner Royce Bennett. Royce, let's see if I can combine all of these in one. You can't say we don't have border control problems anymore because every state is a border. So border, economy, and crime, three major issues. How are we looking?
Well,
what?
Good economy.
Yeah.
We've got a good economy. I don't think we have a crime problem. I don't hear people talk about
ours is under control. Yes.
Yeah. And as far as illegals, I guess we're just like everybody else. Like you said,
Everybody's a border state.
Yeah. But they're not. I'm not hearing a lot of issues with illegals. So there again, it is what it is.
Okay. Did you guys talk about things like fentanyl? Because it's all over North Carolina, including Onslow.
Well, we did talk about trying to keep people out of jail. We had a seminar about trying to keep people out of our jail because of mental illness and substance abuse, which
different story.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sheriff's doing all he can do to keep the fentanyl and other drugs out of our county, and we try to. I mean, our role in that is to fund him the best we can so he can do what he needs to do, and I think that we come close to giving him as much funds as he wants. Again, something you can imagine. I spent, like you, probably many days sitting on the side of the road looking for drug cars, or or trying to follow, following people who you think might be holding. Imagine if you could just have a drone do it. I mean,
it's true.
Why have to have to try to follow somebody in a car if you can follow them with the drone, and that kind of thing is certainly going to help with drug problems and
well, I can see
else.
it being a major advantage for high-speed chases because we don't like those at all. I don't know of any cop that really likes a high-speed chase because there are always victims and you could be the one.
That's right.
So a drone just stays up with the car till it goes to ground somewhere and you're good to go.
That's right. Let's go get them. So yeah, that's just a lot of opportunity there.
Did you take classes on housing? I know you said something about that.
Yeah, we did have we have a housing issue in Onslow County that we've been dealing with. Most counties seem to be working toward public-private partnerships to address their housing issues. They're making non-monetary contributions to contractors or developers to build low income or affordable housing, such as donating, give them some land in return for building affordable housing and allowing 10 or 20% of the housing to be below to rent below the standards. That's the kind of thing. I didn't find very many counties who want to be in the housing business.
Right.
No, not.
The housing business in North Carolina was historically a city issue.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, cities were where everything got urbanized and you had housing problems and you needed to build affordable housing. But now that the cities can't annex, that problem has moved out into the county. The county becomes urbanized. We have areas where we have high density populations that are out in the county and they can't be annexed anymore. So now they're a county problem instead of a city problem.
Yeah, unless they want to be annexed, there's that.
Well,
but not many people do.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
doesn't
when they look at the tax rate, but I think cities hurt themselves when they were annexing everywhere just for the sake of collecting more money. Which I had
absolutely.
city council people and I had a mayor tell me that's exactly why we want to go after them, because they're a great source of revenue.
And many a city council person paid the price at the next election.
Absolutely.
So,
Sure.
yeah, and that's where it ought to be decided at the ballot box. If the people don't like what the city council's doing, they vote them out.
Well, I think that any property, we don't have it now, so don't. But my proposed at that time, I strongly suggested that any area under consideration to be annexed, forced annexation. There's a difference. By forced annexation, that there be a referendum, and that the people living in that area would be allowed to vote on it. If you were in an area under consideration for annexation, that you should have the right to vote along with the rest of the city for or against it.
Now you're getting technical.
Well,
That's
anyway,
not too-
forced annexation is not going to happen. So the point is the county now has to figure out how to deal with these urban areas that we historically in hundreds of years have never had to deal with in North Carolina. So it's a new issue for counties. Housing is a new issue for counties, and we got to figure out how to handle it.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'm just going to ask you up front, what's the single biggest problem that the 100 counties in North Carolina, is there one that is common to everybody? The single biggest problem overall. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 1120 AM WSME.
Onslow County, this is your Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Y'all, we are finally getting some sunshine. That means it's time to hop on over to the Richlands Piggly Wiggly to get stocked up on groceries. How about some boneless New York strip steaks for $7.99 a pound? I can smell them sizzling right now. Then we got Springer Mountain Farms whole chickens for $1.59 a pound, a clucking good deal. Forgot your blueberries for your yogurt tomorrow morning? Well, come grab your 2 pints for $5. And don't forget your fresh Eastern peaches for 99 cents a pound, full of nutrients and antioxidants to give you that boost for the day. See y'all soon at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Home Connections of Beulaville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connections offers custom building and land home packages throughout eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make owning your own home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulaville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 till 2 on Saturdays. Beautiful homes, friendly staff, and financing. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387, or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulaville, on your way to and from the beach.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their paint, painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge and helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morehead City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, our guest here is still here. Y'all haven't left, have you?
No.
Good. Onslow County Commissioner Royce Bennett. He's been at a conference with
Learned a lot.
With commissioners from all over North Carolina, held in Winston-Salem. And when I said, too bad you're glad not to be in Winston-Salem, it's just because it's so far from the ocean. I can't, things like that. Charlotte would drive me crazy.
It's
I
like
was in
another
Raleigh,
state.
Well, one thing we don't do is go out of the state of North Carolina.
Right.
When we have a
Thank you.
conference, we do it in the state of North
Thank you
Carolina.
very much. Yeah.
That's good.
One of my editorials one time was about if this was in another county, if this conference that you guys have got, if it was it's being held in Honolulu, if it was held over in Leland, would you go? Probably not.
Well, remember many years ago when different Board of Education members and they all went to Hawaii?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Hawaii
talking
on
about.
our dime.
All right, we know, we talked off mics, drugs are there. They're all over the place. All of our law enforcement's working diligently. The courts are seemingly coming on board more and more. The prisons are overloaded, but they're not really overloaded with the misdemeanors that people keep thinking that are out there. Somebody's got caught with a joint. They don't go to prison. They don't even go to jail. They may get a traffic ticket and a fine. Cost of court. But there are other problems out there too.
Yeah,
They're probably common to most of the counties in North Carolina.
Yeah, drugs, housing. There's so many counties that actually have serious issues with their population. They're losing population.
I know where they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming here. You're right. So our growth is a challenge, but it's a blessing because we don't want to be sitting here losing people. People are coming here because it's a great place to be. So we're still growing. This is, you haven't haven't shown you this. This
Wow.
is if I got nothing else from that conference, this is worth going. It's called a map book, and it's statistics about the counties in North Carolina.
Oh, really?
We have out of 100 counties, we are number one in population under the age of 18.
Well,
we are number 100 in population over 65.
We got a bunch of youngins, but there's very few of me, right?
That's right. Very few of us, Rayford. So
we're special.
Yeah, we are special.
Okay.
There's no doubt about that. But yeah, there's so much information in that map book that I'll be referring to for the next year.
May want to sit down and look it over with you and see if we can't.
Yeah,
we might pull out some
You
statistics.
can't have it
That's
because
some
it's the
great
only one I
stuff in
got.
there.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Right?
Can I order one?
Actually, you know what? If you go to the NCACC website, you can see it online.
Oh, okay.
NCACC.org.
Well, I'm going to take a picture.
Yep.
I think that it is
So population is a blessing. Sometimes can be a curse too, because you got
That's
to
right.
provide. Water and sewers got to be provided. You got to have all sorts of infrastructure. You got to have fire hydrants these days. You got to have. How seriously are we enforcing? Yeah, hopefully we have rules for developers, those people who decide, I'm going to buy this chunk of farmland out here and I'm going to make it a subdivision, throw a couple of roads in there, and y'all have to put water and sewer there.
Well, we don't have to put water and sewer anywhere.
I know you don't,
but yeah, that's a good segue, because on our agenda tonight is the 2040 comprehensive plan, or the next the comprehensive plan. It's called Horizon 2040, but we're going to be looking tonight at what our planning and development people are proposing for development in Onslow County. And the purpose of that is to map out areas where we want to grow housing availability, and mark out areas where we want to put, where we need to put schools and for industrial development and business development. So that's a big deal, and it's going to be. I'm interested to see what the planning department has come up with. They have consulted with the Board of Realtors and with the Home Builders Association, and with any other, all of the other associations that are willing to, are stakeholders in this process. So I know that they've had a lot of input from the realtors and from the home builders. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with for a comprehensive plan. And of course, there'll be a public hearing tonight, and we can ask questions, and if there are changes that need to be made, we can make them. But that's going to be a big issue for us to guide our development for the next 5-10 years.
Hey, you have a lot on the agenda tonight.
It is a busy
Pretty full.
agenda.
Yes.
I was going to show you another thing on the agenda. Mr. Rick Lanier is going to be here.
We're going to be talking with him in about 2 minutes or so.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
The U.S. motto is going to be.
Yes.
We're looking
Very
at putting
nice.
the motto on our buildings. That's a mock-up of where we might agree to put
Yeah, he
it.
called me about, it was in 2020 when he called me asking
I like
me
it.
who to talk to. So I gave him all y'all's names and numbers.
Just make sure you spell
So,
everything correctly.
Yeah, it's just great that that's happening. Of
Yeah.
course.
We'll talk with him in a couple of minutes
Yes,
about it.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, but there is a lot on the agenda, some rezonings and some grant
I saw that,
opportunities.
yes.
So-
Royce, we do appreciate you coming in this
Oh,
morning.
yeah, it's
I
a
know
lot
you're
of
a busy guy.
information.
You got your own personal businesses, as in plural. to
I
deal
think
with.
we need to push for the drones.
I think
Yeah.
that would be one
I do too.
major goal.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
And we're opening phase 5 of the landfill this morning. We
Oh,
got a
really?
ribbon cutting at
Cool.
10 o'clock. So
Good, I got some trash
I'll
that'll be
over
going out there
for that.
tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks to Senator Lazara for getting us a $20 million grant that's going to save all of us a lot of
Wow.
money in trash
Wow.
disposal for the next 5 or 10 years. And I'll end up with our strategic plan. You can't hang on to that.
Yes.
Try,
I'll put it
that
on
your website.
I will.
We need we're working on a strategic plan, and our goals that we've set for this year are on the back of that card. That we want to be physically responsible, high performing government, a community of choice, healthy and safe community, and focused on a sustainable future. And
like
that's,
it. Plan
what we're
for the
doing.
future.
That's our focus for this year. And we'd love to have you guys input on what you think about those 5 issues.
I want to take a look. Definitely.
Yes. I'm going to put that website on our page too.
Royce Bennett, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Y'all have a good day.
You too. You're live. Turned out my own mic instead of your mic. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. House Republicans released their 292-page impeachment report targeting President Biden. It's from the House
Oversight, Judiciary, and Ways and Means Committees.
They said their investigation found that President Biden engaged in impeachable conduct and said he abused his office and, quote, defrauded the United States to enrich his family. Republicans revealed that since 2014, the Biden family and its associates received more than $27 million from foreign individuals and entities.
Fox's Brooke Seaman reporting this morning from Chicago. President Biden will deliver a primetime address later tonight at the Democratic National Convention, which begins today at the United Center in Chicago. Cops in the Windy City are preparing for an expected 100,000 pro-Palestinian protesters this week during the DNC. America's listening to Fox News.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back, and gentleman Royce just touched on something that's going to be discussed tonight, and as it is, as it was, or as it were, whatever you want to, however you want to call it.
Are you calling him now?
I've got him.
Oh, okay. Hey,
on.
Rick.
Hey, Rick. What's going on? Where'd he go? Well, he was there. Rick.
I just thought I heard him. Let me text him, tell him we're calling him now.
Oh, gotta hang up and start over.
Okay. Whoops. Oh, sometimes phones. All right, let me tell him we're calling him right now. Yeah, he's been working on this.
8:30 or 8 o'clock?
Well, I told him 8:30, but we can talk to him right now
If he's available, just ask him. Maybe that's my goof up. Yeah, I guess it is.
It's okay. It's okay. Guys, this is somebody I talked to about 4 years ago that had gotten in touch with me about this U.S. Model Action Committee. And of course, at that time, I was chairman of the party, so that's why he contacted me. And we've kept in touch over the years, and he's going to explain it all to everybody as soon as we get him on the phone. So, oh, here, wait a minute. He's calling me. Hello. Hey. We're going to try back, okay? So hang up, and it'll show restricted.
Should be ringing now.
It should be. Well, he's on the phone with me. Okay, bye. He's on the phone with me.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
He said he was trying to answer it. So.
Well.
Good morning.
There he
are.
is. Hey, Rick.
There we go. We got you connected now through the magic of all the computers and telephone lines. Rick Lanier.
Sir.
Gentlemen, you've been involved in getting something going here, and we just had it touched on a little bit. Didn't say exactly what it was. One of our county commissioners was in and talking about your visit tonight. For the
it must have been Mr. Royce Bennett.
It was Royce all the way through. And you've been working for quite some time in trying to work this thing called U.S. Motto Action Committee, because there is a U.S. motto that we've all heard it, we've all seen it, but not a lot of people. There's been a pushback from time to time about having it displayed publicly and on county buildings, city buildings, state buildings. But
Right.
Onslow County is going to have no problem with that, right?
That's correct.
Good.
Well, we're hoping they're going to vote on it tonight.
And the national motto, for those who do not know, Rick, is... Where did he go? Rick,
What was your question?
What is the national motto for those few people who do not know?
Well, our U.S. motto, "In God We Trust," dates all the way back, I guess you would say, to the War of 1812. And Francis Scott Key, and when he went out to rescue Dr. Beams, and we know how the national anthem took place. The rockets red glare, bombs burst in the air, gave proof to the night that the flag was still there. And then the second verse refers to in God. God is our trust. A lot of folks don't sing that. And then, of course, on our coinage, it first appeared in 1864. And then in the 50s, there's a gentleman from down in Alabama felt it ought to be on our paper, and eventually it evolved. Long story short, into becoming our national motto, adopted during the Dwight D. Eisenhower administration in 1956 is their national motto. This is our nation's identity. I always refer to it, it's kind of like a business has a mission statement, which basically gives a overview of who they are as an organization and what they're and I believe that our nation was built on Judeo-Christian values, and regardless of what some modern pundits may try to say, it has been, and it is still our nation's motto.
Sure.
In fact, John F. Kennedy made that very statement. It is, and forever will be our national motto, "In God We Trust." And but the thing that, or I guess the purpose of us going forward with this, back in 2002, I had no intentions of going beyond Davidson County at the time. I just wanted to commemorate the first anniversary of 9/11. Great evangelist Billy Graham had just a year before stood on the U.S. Capitol steps, and he, in his speech, he brought the country back to a remembrance that we should refer to our trust in God to heal as a country. And always through times of struggles and various things, special occasions, our U.S. motto gives comfort to a nation whose principles are the very basis of what those words say. 64% of our laws came directly from the Word of God. But most folks do not want to acknowledge His presence in our lives, our government. They have a skewed view of Thomas Jefferson statement, thinking that it's supposed to be a one-sided wall, or let me rephrase that, thinking that it should keep religion out of government, but it was never intended to be that. It was intended to keep government out of church business because of the Church of England that seemed to control the churches, and we became a free country on the basis of that. Alexis de Tocqueville, when he came to visit our country, he visited several different places, but when he came to the churches, he began to realize that this country is not good because it's great. It's great because it's good, which takes us back to those words of "In God We Trust."
Well, I think it's a good
and
thing
I'm afraid if we lose the basis for what those words say, our godly heritage as a country, I think we lose the salt that holds our country together.
You know, I agree with you, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably the vast majority of the country will agree with you. There are going to be some individuals out there who are atheists. We have to respect that, I guess. They're atheists. They don't believe in a God of any kind. There are those out there who are may believe in a different type of their religious views or religious beliefs may take them down a completely different road. I'm not overly
Yes,
familiar with the various religions out there because, you know, I've got my own. What do you say to
Right.
those people? There are a percentage in this country that do not believe in God. And they have to go to our courthouse and our county commissions and all that sort of good stuff too. So is this an affront to them?
No, sir. This is not to identify with any. Let me rephrase this. This is not to exploit, should I say, any religion. The thing, but yes, I do hold firmly on the fact that our country was raised on was born on Judeo-Christian values. But what makes our country so special is our diversity. We're a I guess the best way to put it, we're a tossed salad. We're a culmination of several different nations, immigrants, and what makes us so special because of what those words say, because of our values. We are the most tolerant nation in the world. We're tolerant of other religions, and what seems to concern me is that because folks have such a skewed view. When I say folks, I'm saying some folks have such a skewed view of where we should be. Sometimes other religions or groups that would possibly be opposed to this, they would be more tolerant to a group that would be a threat to our country than they would to those of us that are not going out here breaking out storefront windows or riding in the streets. We're basically just wanting to retain our godly heritage.
Well, Rick, I have one real quick question before we have to go because we've got to take a break here in a second.
Yes, sir.
When did you start all of this, and how many county courthouses are now displaying the model?
I'm gonna capsize what I just said, but I wanted to get to that point.
Okay, we've only got about 1 minute, Rick.
Okay, and I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. First of all, we started in the organization in December 2002. We're threatened with a federal lawsuit in 2003. It was appealed twice, all the way to U.S. Supreme Court. By November 2005, it became case law that we had a right to do it. It had not been challenged since. We had a vote August 8th, which made 51 town halls. And when Onslow County votes tonight, it'll be 71 counties out of 100.
Okay, good.
Wow.
22 government entities with over 275 displays. On God we trust.
All right, sounds good.
I will say, as far as our identity, Jason Bourne, it took him 3 episodes to learn what his identity is. If in God we trust is not the identity of this country, then what basis do we have to build on? Are we
Gotcha.
just a feather in the wind that we don't know where we're going to land, or is this our mission statement?
All right, Rick, we're out. We're out of time
Yeah.
here, sir. Thank you. We
Good
appreciate
luck
appreciate
tonight.
what you're doing. Appreciate you chatting with you this morning. Let's take a quick break. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Freedom 97.1.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan. Dentistry, the Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand-selected, and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Kentucky, we're back. Marine forecast is a feature of Community Prevention Service. Some people say that there is good stress and bad stress. A lot of doctors, a lot of counselors say that. I agree, and yes, it is good, and some of it's bad. How we can handle stress, how we cope, is the difference between good stress and bad stress. In some cases, stress in athletes, fishermen, even politicians can be good if in moderation and under controlled circumstances. I will tell you that fisherman, when he loses a big old king mackerel that is coming into the boat, that is not good stress. That's just stress.
That's crying.
When stress levels overwhelm your daily life, however, when it interrupts your sleep, creates problems with your job, your family, your friends, that's a sign that something needs to be done. You may not immediately realize what impact stress is having on your life or health. It was going to catch up with you. It's good when sudden stress kicks in a fight or flight type of situation. And it's why when you're in a stressful situation, you may notice that your heartbeat kicks in, your breathing gets faster, your muscles tense, and you start to sweat. That's short term, hopefully. If it happens on a regular basis, if it happens over time, that can be a problem. It can lead to or aggravate even more serious health problems. The constant rush of stress hormones can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, causing it to age more quickly and making it more prone to illness. This is when you need to seek the services of professionals. You're lucky in this area. You can reach out to the professionals at Community Prevention Service, locally owned and operated. You don't have to travel anywhere. You've got counselors right here who can really help you, who really want to help you. Call for an appointment, 910-353-0972. That's 910-353-0972. Offshore today, small craft advisories in effect through this evening. Wind's going to be from the southwest, 10 to 15 knot seas, 4 to 6 feet. That's leftover stuff from Hurricane what was his name? Ernesto. 3 to foot seas near shore, 4 foot waves from the southwest every 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tuesday, tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 4. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Wednesday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 2 to 4. Except around 2 feet near shore on Wednesday. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
And today we have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 91. Tonight, a possibility of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 8 p.m., partly cloudy with a low around 68. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 86, and Wednesday, sunny with a high near 85.
You know, Donald Trump's always dropping demeaning names. He characterizes individuals with words like stupid, ugly. What are some of the other stuff that he's always doing things like that, right? Crooked, sleazy, crazy,
sleepy Joe, crooked Joe.
Well, he's getting it back now. Kamala, she's calling him
a coward.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Of all things in the world to call him a coward. I did not read a lot of explanation about it. I didn't have time this morning, but calling a man a coward.
That's one thing I will say is he is not a coward because he'll stand up to anybody and tell.
I could pick something else about him. If you want to call him that, I could understand you feeling that coward.
Right, coward. No, that's one thing he is not.
What kind of cowardice has he exhibited? Boy,
because he will.
Your campaign manager probably ought to get on board with that one and fix that problem. Politics makes for strange bedfellows. We know that.
Sure does.
Generally, you think of Republicans and Democrats in a battle to take whatever seat they're seeking. They go after each other, right?
Oh, they do. Gets nasty.
Then along comes Donald Trump. In preparing for his upcoming debate with Vice President Kamala Harris, Donnie has reached out to former Democrat Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii for assistance. Oh, yes. Yeah. Go figure.
Aloha.
A few years ago, Gabbard took Harris to the mat during another debate. Let me be clear. After her 2020 presidential run, Gabbard left the Democrat Party. She's no longer a Democrat and now calls herself a celebrity among Trump's supporters. Obviously, no fan of the Democrat presidential nominee, it seems she would prefer Trump to Harris. A whole bunch of people are like that. If all goes as Trump wants, with help from former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Gabbard, Both of the heavy hitters will likely find themselves working inside the Trump administration in one capacity or another if he indeed becomes the next president.
Oh, sure.
A Trump spokeswoman says the president is comfortable with the basic philosophy of any debate, but he, in her words, will continue to meet with respected policy advisors and elective communicators like Tulsi Gabbard, who successfully dominated Kamala Harris on the debate stage in 2020. Bernie Sanders last week took a number of potshots at Trump, saying that while Harris isn't his ideal choice for president, she's better than Trump. I'm not sure that's a good endorsement, at least for Kamala. If Bernie Sanders says, well, I don't think you're my choice, but at least you're better than Trump. Yeah, that's not a good thing. I would not be taking that one and putting it up there on my list of.
Oh, it's like I was telling
things
you
to
this
quote.
morning. I was listening to a news story about where the reporter was talking to various people about who they were voting for. And one thing that really bothered me is one man said, I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris because I want to be part of history of her being the first woman president. Really?
Well, you're being part of history. You're being stupid.
The problem is, I'm not, if that's like we were talking this morning, if there was a woman out there that I felt like would make an excellent president because of her policies, because of her experience, because of her knowledge, yes, I would vote for her for those reasons, not because she was a woman.
If I thought
disturbs me.
If I thought she was the better candidate here, of which I do not, based solely on her record in California. I know prosecutors. I've dealt with prosecutors. I do not prosecutors. She's wishy-washy. Yeah, she had a political agenda. She used her prosecutorial position to get elected to the U.S. Senate, of which she served only 4 years of her 6-year term. She was there solely to run for president. Fine, then run in 2028. You want to serve your term? Do your time. Get out, campaign. You'll be out in 2026, gives you 2 years of campaign for 2028. Go for it. I got no problem with that.
Well, I'll tell you what bothers me the most about Kamala right now is she's touting all these things she's going to do to bring down inflation.
She's had 3.5 years to do that.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
Come on.
3.5 years that we've not heard anything from you. We've not.
Did she get a paycheck during that time?
Yes, she's
Okay.
been part of bills being pushed through the Senate. She's broken tie votes, et cetera, et cetera. But what have we seen? We don't know what goes on in the Senate unless we follow it every single day. But what look, I know
There's
people.
been nothing dynamic coming from her.
No, and inflation was not overnight. We've been dealing with this for quite a while. We've been dealing with
The border.
for quite a while. The fentanyl, the drugs, the crime created by these immigrants, et cetera, et cetera.
Now suddenly,
Where have they been?
Suddenly she's got a plan, which she
Yes.
hasn't shared yet, but she's got a plan.
Well, she shared some of it. It's just
That's not
like
a plan.
she's going to give homeowners $25,000 if you're buying a new home, first time homeowner and buying a new home. You're going to give you 25. Okay, where's that money going to come from? And first of
From
all,
your neighbors.
all these people are going to be buying homes. We're going to be paying them $25,000.
Can we flip that home right away?
And then we're going to have a shortage of homes. And then inflation and home prices are going to go up because, I'm like, I want to sell my house. Hey, I'm going to inflate the price because people are desperate to get in.
Of course.
So there you go. More factors for inflation.
You ever heard the name Maureen Dowd?
No,
She's
I
a
have
New York
not.
Times columnist, been around for a while. She deemed President Biden's ouster a coup orchestrated behind the scenes by powerful Democrats. Yep, that's what she wrote. Even though it was the right thing to do, because Joe Biden was not going to be able to campaign, much less serve as president for another 4 years in a fully vital way, it was a jaw-dropping punch. I agree. The president announced he was dropping out of the race for the White House following weeks of pressure from top Democrats who had repeatedly called on him. Top Democrats, including former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senator Chuck Schumer, and more, have repeatedly denied they were involved in a coup to push Biden out. They're liars. They're just outright liars. We know that.
All know that. We know
Dowd
how it
continued
works.
in her article, at some point when the polls cratered, Democrat mandarins decided to put the welfare of the party and the country, she said, and the country, ahead of the president's ego and stop catering to his self-regarding fantasy that he was the only one who could beat Donald Trump. Okay, she took shots in all directions. Yes, Biden needed to go. And yes, the Democrats should have started that last January, if not last year sometime. His fellow Democrats should have said, Joe, serve out your term. You'll be 81. You can't go anymore. You can barely get around now. You're not doing the job that you're being paid to do now. The country is kind of in a limbo. Harris is not doing anything, but let's see if we can't find a viable candidate. They could have found somebody. They could have promoted somebody.
Right.
But instead, they waited until the debate.
Have we not been saying this for over a year?
Yes. The final straw was the debate between Biden and Trump. It was a miserable debate. Even Trump felt sorry for Biden, and he did not come out punching.
No, he did not. Well, he didn't need to. He didn't need to. He doesn't
No.
need to on Kamala. He
Well,
needs
he
to come
does.
out smart
Well, he needs to come out smart, but he needs
and
to,
informative.
needs to punch her lights out with his smartness.
Oh, right, but I'm saying he doesn't need to come out there and do
No
name calling.
Get rid of the
and
name calling. Let her stoop to your level,
Right.
like she was going to do.
I can't wait for the first debate. This is going to be interesting.
The closest I would come if I was in his shoes was, Ms. VP, you call me a coward. Can you tell me what you base that on? And then I would let it go. Let her run her mouth, and I will not add anything. The truth shall set him free. Just let her ramble on. You're a coward.
Well, I'm telling you what, the polls are going back
And
and
he
forth,
can sit back and do his
forth.
just sit back and smile. And if he would just picture his granddaughters being there right beside him, maybe they could be on the front row. Maybe he could look down at them, and when he throws that question out and sits back, and then he looks at them and he smiles. That would disarm her to no end.
Right, exactly.
Do you want me to be your campaign manager yet?
You know, I don't care for the way he does things like
I don't
that.
either.
But you know what? One thing I can say about him is from the very beginning back in 2015, he has never changed. He has stayed true to himself. That's the way he is. And we may not like it. Some of us may not like it. Some of us, I know people who do, and taking a learning from all that and think it's okay for them to be like that.
No.
But it's who he is. And Kamala is who she is. And I just urge, based on what you think, who is going to be the better person to do what for our country, to put it back together. Not because they're female or male, not because one speaks crazy over the other. I mean, research.
Well, he's got 4 years.
He's got 4 years experience
He
as
does.
a president.
And if he can just keep off the I word.
Yes.
Keep this House from wanting to impeach the crap out of him every
Right,
other day.
right.
If he can shy away from that, if he can stay away from doing the name calling, if he can just use his people, Gabbard, Nikki, if he
Right.
could use people like that behind the scenes to go forward and deliver his message to key elements, she's got people in the Democrat party that will still respect her.
Yeah, yeah.
Haley's
sure.
got people all over the Republican
right.
Party that will respect her. Well, let me think about what the negative part of all of that is. There is none. Use them. If you get to be president, put them to work. Maybe something can be done and you won't be impeached. Okay, we got to take a break.
Yes.
If y'all want to call, now's your chance. Your one and only chance today. Sorry. You'll have to send Lee a text message. I'm sorry. You send her, if you got her number, send her a text message. Otherwise, send her an email at Lee C. Barrows, BARROWS, at gmail.com.
Right.
Or send her a message on Facebook Messenger. Send it to us and include your telephone number and your name. First name only. That's fine. We'll call you unless you insist we call you sir, ma'am, or Mr. or Mrs. or, Lieutenant General or whatever. We'll call you whatever you want us to call you. And we might even call you what you don't want us to call you. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME. For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service. Money on your automobile insurance with new options. Now, Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure to visit to Silent Service Centers on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. And one is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy and will have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WME.
Well, in our little neighboring county over there, there's a bit of a war going on, right?
Oh yeah,
The Battle of the
it is
Signs.
hilarious. It's the Battle of Signs. It's a big sign war, 2024 in Carteret County,
Uh-huh.
and it started after a back and forth conversation between two restaurants. Business signs right now are going taco the country, taco
the country,
tacoing around the county. I'm sorry. Dozens of businesses across the county have signs, big and small, showing off tongue-in-cheek messages in response to a sign war that broke out between Dank Burrito and Yanni's in Morehead City.
Talking trash, are they?
Yeah, oh, they're talking trash.
Oh,
The
yeah.
back and forth started when Dank Burrito owner Clark Merrill noticed the "Happy Birthday, Jeff" message on Yanni's sign across the street from his business hadn't changed in nearly a month.
Oh boy.
So he puts up a message on his sign that reads, "Yanni's, quit being lazy, change your sign." That's what he put on his sign.
Oh, okay.
After Yanni's responded with a message that read, "Dank, we are not lazy. We're just busier than you are." So Merrill shot back, "Y'all just look busy because it takes 2 hours for a $1 taco." So he's trying to say, yeah, it takes you 2 hours to do a $1 taco. Taco.
Okay, I'm going to talk some trash.
And it has gotten to where now a lot of businesses in Carteret County are now responding to the sign war between those two businesses. And it's just like Glad Tidings Church sign, Yanni's and Dank, let us break bread together. Let us break bread together. Priority One Elite put up on their sign, "This is getting spicy."
Oh, wow.
As we're talking about tacos again. And Captain's Table Restaurant wrote, "Yanni's, you must have a good taco." So there's businesses all over. EJW Motorsports put up, "Guys, do we need to taco about it?"
Oh.
So there's dozens of businesses now that all have gotten into this sign war. Here's one, Eastman's Carpet and Flooring. "Can't y'all just sweep it under the rug? We will sell you one." What a fun time.
That would be great.
Now,
Okay.
I would love to see something like that.
What do we got in Jacksonville we want to fight about?
I don't know. We've got to come
We
up
need
with
something to fight about.
Yeah, we need some kind of war.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
in a nice way. Yeah.
Not totally nice.
Well,
in a fun way.
In a fun way. Let's just say fun way. Yeah, but that is awesome, and it is going back and forth in Morehead City right now. So, what fun is that?
Got a riddle for you.
Okay. Let me put my thinking cap on.
Have you checked your car? You got a truck.
I have a truck.
It's not very old. You bought it just a few years ago, right?
Yes, it's
When you got it, did
2022.
they tell you about the Henway under the hood? Have you ever checked the Henway under the hood?
The what?
The Henway.
What's a Henway?
About 2.5 pounds.
And I fell for it.
You're live in local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. How much does your Henway?
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods is now open, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North. Restaurants, food trucks, festival workers, party supplies, government, schools, and families of all sizes stroll on down to Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods and save. They have a huge selection of large pots and pans, plasticware in many shapes and sizes, trays including takeout trays. In addition, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods has everyday grocery items such as Atkinson breaders and mixers, veggies, sauces, puddings, and beans. So if you need to buy in bulk for the long haul or everyday grocery items, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods will save you money. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, brand new, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North. Jacksonville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Phone 910-455-7800.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality trained systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say we're back, but it's all me alone. If you guys are watching on Facebook, you understand now that I'm suddenly here all by my lonesome. Oh, there she is, and there they are. She brought another four-legged one in here, another little critter. His name is Jake. And then, of course, Shockway's here. Lucy's outside barking her head off.
Jake wanted to come in.
Yeah, the U.S. Motto Action Committee, there's a gentleman we had on here a few minutes ago from that, Rick Lanier. He also has written and he's singing a song. He's recorded a song. I can't play a bunch of it, but I'm going to play just a little bit of it here, a short clip of it for y'all.
Our founding fathers stood for freedom, gave their fortunes and their lives, fighting battles, risking all they had, their family and their wives. How could I do less for all they gave, for God and what is right? That's why I'm not going down without a fight.
I like that.
That's him singing it, too.
I know it is.
Yeah, that's Rick singing it.
I'm not going down without a fight. You better believe it. And that's our motto right here.
He
too.
used to be a Davidson County commissioner.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he
I
was.
didn't know that part.
Yes. And one of the first courthouses he got to sign up and do this was Rockingham County.
Oh, really?
Kelly's stomping ground.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, it's on the agenda tonight for the county commissioners to approve it. So,
Oh, good. You know what? Y'all never listen to me. Nobody listens to me. You just don't pay any attention whatsoever.
sometimes we can't help but have to listen to you.
I've told you once, I've told you twice, times a million,
Yeah.
that chicken don't have nuggets.
Oh God.
Chicken don't have nuggets.
We back on this again.
Yeah, I'll remain right. It's been proven. Nuggets come from robots, not chickens.
What?
Yep. Listen up.
Robots have nuggets?
How do I know this? Because I read this weekend that more than 165,000 pounds of frozen nuggets and tenders have been recalled due to concerns the products are
yes.
contaminated by a foreign object, possibly from outer space, specifically some sort of metal.
A sliver of metal.
I'm not making this up.
Right. No, I read the same story.
It was all over the mainstream media news. Yep, some metal was found in samplings of the nuggets and tenders. Unless someone shot the chickens before they were chopped up, the only other explanation I can see is that they're the offspring of Star Wars, TP-30, R2-D2, or maybe the Tin Man. But I will not be cooking for the men who cook next month as tenders or nuggets, regardless of where they come from. Okay, I'll tell myself right now, simmer down.
Simmer down. Simmer down, Rayford. Yeah, I read that story yesterday and I was thinking, do I have any nuggets
I
in
don't
my
have to worry
freezer?
about
But have you got nuggets in your freezer?
You've got to be kidding me. A force main sewer line breaks Saturday along Brewster Boulevard near the Stone Street intersection of Camp Lejeune has resulted in a wastewater spill into the New River. During repairs, the flow from a lift station along this line was diverted to an open ditch to prevent the release to surface waters. However, in the early morning hours of August 18th, that was yesterday, the wastewater flow volumes exceeded the capacity of the TT99 wet well and the surrounding containment, which led to a breach of approximately 54,000 gallons into the New River. Vacuum trucks were used to recover and remove the excess wastewater, and lime was applied to the affected area. The break in the water main was repaired Sunday about 2:15 in the morning. Surface water samples at the spill site will be taken by the base in coordination with the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. The North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality was notified of the event yesterday and is reviewing the matter. That's required by law. Thank goodness. Hopefully they got all of it and no big major issues.
You know, that's a lot of
54,000 gallons
of waste water.
Yes, it is.
We're talking sewage.
That's what it's about.
We're talking nasty. It's terrible.
Scoop it up.
No.
They're looking for volunteers, y'all. You want to go out and help?
Nope.
Some major news organizations, even those on the left-leaning side of the spectrum, gave Harris some sideways looks this weekend for her plan to get the outrageous prices we're paying under control. We talked about that last week. Harris announced Wednesday that she would institute a federal ban on price gouging on food and groceries.
That's not the problem.
If she's president, and that's her attempt to stop big corporations from taking advantage of consumers. What a brilliant plan. And I'm surprised and amazed that she and her current boss didn't think of that 3.5 years ago.
Well, that's not the problem. It's not price gouging. It's inflation.
Her brilliant plan was more than some liberal media outlets, including the Washington Post, CNN, and Newsweek, could stand. Even right straight from the Washington Post editorial board, their words, whether the Harris proposal wins over voters remains to be seen. But if sound economic analysis still matters, it won't. The Post took Harris to task on the idea, stating it's not even clear what her plan is. Ms. Harris, they wrote, says she'll target companies that make excessive profits, whatever that means. CNN went after Harris' price control plan as well. CNN anchor Abby Phillip scoffed at the proposal, agreeing with National Review senior writer Noah Rothman that the plan is just a tactic to snag economically illiterate voters. Listen, y'all, what he just said from
agree.
CNN, the two of them there from CNN just said is, if you buy this, you're stupid. That's what he just said.
Okay, ask the chicken farmers right now. Chicken farmers who have chickens who lay eggs. Are they making a huge profit?
No.
Are they making a huge profit right now?
More than they were.
Are they inflating the prices?
Well, the price of eggs went way up.
That's
Yeah.
right. So
But
did the cost of feed.
So did the cost of feed. So did the cost of transportation. So did the cost of everything else based upon fuel prices. We're talking about diesel. If they tried to, I know our gas prices went up. Okay.
Oh, there's a war right
And
now.
they go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but if the price of diesel, if the price of our gasoline that the motorists out here, the vast majority of the people in this country are motorists driving
Right.
cars with gas, right? The vast majority, if the price of gas had gone up and stayed up like that, it would be devastating to the people who are in office. They would suffer. So the price of gasoline keeps up and down, up and down, up and down, keeps us guessing. And between now and November, it's probably going to come down and stay down. Okay, that's what happens when that's what's going on in the world. If the price of were to come down, the price in the same way that price of gasoline comes down, if it seesawed that much, then the price of food would be seesawing that much. The price of food is not seesawing that much. It's going up and staying because
right.
the price of diesel is staying.
That's right.
Y'all, if you don't understand this, I don't understand it.
All you have to do is go to the grocery store to understand it.
Philip asked her panel of CNN guests the other day, is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it is.
All she's going to do is states have their own private law against price gouging.
Generally, that applies to emergency situations
and
like
there
hurricanes.
is no federal level ban on price gouging.
Nope.
So that's all she's going to do is create a federal level ban, which most states already
And
have
who's
that.
going to judge it?
Big deal.
Just because it goes up in price doesn't mean it's ding.
If you're already following the state laws, why do we need a federal law?
We don't.
And that's what people need to
She's
understand.
running her mouth, and just like the economist said, it's gonna.
It's talk.
Anybody who falls for this, you're
It's just
not
talk.
intelligent.
Oh, yeah. Well, as president, I'm going to make sure that that the U.S. government sends you all an extra $1,000 to buy Christmas with. Everything sounds so perfect, so nice. Where have you been for 3.5 years?
Well, who do we have tomorrow? Anybody yet?
Not really sure. Have one on tap. Supposed to let me know.
Okay.
But anybody want to come on? Give me a
Y'all
call.
want to chat? Come on down. Give us. Reach out to Lee C. Barrows at gmail.com. Post something on our Facebook Messenger page and send us some information about you and what
Yeah.
you would like to talk about. We'll invite you in here.
Have you heard about the phone boxes lately? How they doing?
The what boxes?
Your boxes. Your phone.
No, I haven't heard. They're going to
Yes.
send me. They'll send me the bill and then send me the part.
Oh, so we need
When I get the bill, I will know.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then y'all will know because there will be thunder and lightning. There will be no clouds in the sky. You're
And-
live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We're going to take a break, and then 22 hours we'll be back. At 10 o'clock, another dose of the Daily D's with Rick. At 3 o'clock, it's our guy, little
It's
guy.
our Hollywood guy.
Little boy,
That's
Hollywood. He's not little. He's a nice guy. Hollywood Man will be in the house in the armchair. And right now, we're going to take that, and it's called Fox News Time.
WSME